Big vibes, big vibes. Never give up, never give in. Challenge your limits and watch yourself level up. Success comes at a cost. Doing nothing costs nothing. And that's Crown. Now you rocking with me, B to the Izzo, president and founder of Weeball Foundation, and we bringing you a new podcast. And now all I want y'all to do is come walk with us. What's up? We back, and it is Weeball Foundation podcast. We're bringing it to you right now, so we got a special guest. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to S&Bs, Sherrod and Bridget and Junior and Kanisha. She does my hair. She does great work. You already know this. We're right here off of 143. I want to give a shout out to Cord Bollet. You already know what he does if you're from Williamsburg. He got the Southern Pancake House. Come on, chicken and waffles. You already know. Go ahead and check them out. In the mornings, great breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Kitchen Shack also. Check her out. And that's Ashley. You know, so she got that. They all run together. That's the Bartlett family. So moving right along, I want to shout out to, to my Holland Park crew, man. You already know what it is. The kids out there, we doing this, and we trying to bring out more strength in our community and showing that what we're doing. This is why we started the podcast. So yeah. So getting right to it. What else? Did I forget anything? I don't know. Shouts out. I think we good. So look, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow my Weeball Foundation page on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook as Brian WBF Ovis, or check the other page for Weeball Foundation. Like it, follow, subscribe, and don't forget to put them stars on them things, man. Give me some stars, baby. You know what time it is. Look, moving on. Oh, again, you already know Crown Athletics. Follow that. Instagram, Crown Athletics LLC. And you want to give out your Instagram real quick?
My basketball, Stop the Violence Basketball, Stop the Violence B-Ball _20 on Instagram. On Twitter, it's at United We B-Ball. On Facebook, Stop the Violence Basketball Tournament.
And that is Ruqiyah Muhammad. And she does, like she says, the Stop the Violence Basketball Tournament. She gave you the credentials on that. So we got her here. So, Kaya, so like Tuesday, for real, we did a thing on Tuesday.
Yeah,
we did it.
That was fun.
Yeah. So what we did, y'all. So what we did was, this was out of the blue. This out of the blue was like, yo. So yeah, I was like, yo, let's do it. Let's go to Richmond. So we went to Richmond. Why? Because it was Paul Taylor. He had what is it?
The Virginia. Well, he changed. I think it started as Richmond, Virginia's League for Safer Streets. The league out there, the basketball league he has out there.
Yeah. So, but I've been trying to, trying to connect with Paul, and everything like that. And this was a great opportunity. And yeah, so we went up there, man. It was dope. So, if you look on my page, we'll have a few pictures. You look on her page, she has some pictures out there too with the prayer circle. So, and just to kick it out there, and to be able to fellowship with the brothers from out there, from all corners of Richmond, one of the toughest areas out there, and to be able to fellowship with them brothers, talk to them, and they share some of their stories. Like, yo, that was amazing.
Yeah, to hear their stories and how far they come, and what they were doing before, it was inspiring to see his dedication, Paul's dedication to that league. Yeah, how much it means to him, and you could really tell that's something that comes from the soul. Yeah, that he does out there. So
yeah, and to him, it's not even. And he expressed this, and if I don't mind me saying it, but he was like, it's not even about. He don't even play basketball. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he doesn't really care too much for basketball. Yeah. It's the whole point of it all, to getting the guy the platform, and what he does with that platform.
And so, and bringing it back down to like what you're doing, because you've been doing this for like how long?
15 years.
15 years. Come on, man.
This year is 15 years. Yeah.
15 years. And look, I just had my first one in November. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. And but look, let's tell it. I want to give them a good story, right? Like, like how we connected, like how we connected. Yo, I'm telling you, it's crazy, and it was Paul that told me. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to go with it, or you want me to
tell
go
it.
with it? You want me to tell it? So look. Look, at first, if y'all noticed when I first posted the Cease the Gun Violence, right? So, but it wasn't Cease the Gun Violence, it was Stop the Violence. So, I ended up talking to Paul. Paul Taylor, we were just talking about. So I ended up talking to Paul, and he was like, you know what I'm saying, I was giving him the rundown, like what I'm doing, like I want him to come, you know what I'm saying, come check us out, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, there's a show out there running the Stop the Violence, you know what I'm saying? He said, that's trademark. I said, what? I said, oh, man. I said, man, look, man, could you please give me her number, man? I said, could you please give me her number? Let me call her, man, because I know she probably see this and flip her wig. And I'm probably getting called by lawyers and get get a subpoena.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, cease and desist. So, I was like, let me call this girl before it get out there. Because it wasn't no more than maybe about a couple of days after I posted it. You know what I'm saying? So it won't lingering out there. You know what I'm saying? I had time to go back and change it. But when I did call you, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah. He was like, yeah. But it's crazy because you tell him like you kind of like, you kind of shed some light on, how that whole thing worked by getting your stuff trademarked.
Yeah. So if you have a name, first of all, when I started it, I didn't even care about it being trademarked either because I really didn't know. I knew from a young kid I wanted to be an entrepreneur and wanted to do something in this realm, not basketball, but like corporate and business level or whatever. But it wasn't until I was in like probably my 30s that I got serious, like really doing due diligence on businesses and started listening to lawyers and stuff like that. So if you have something that you're doing and you love the name or you like the name, it doesn't matter if you just started it today, 5 years ago, you want to start it 5 years from now. Trademark the name. Even if you haven't started using it now, you can do something called an intent to use. You still have to pay for that because that's letting the trademark, the U.S. government, the federal, letting them know that you intend to use it or just go in and trademark it. Of course, you have to do your due diligence before you trademark it. There are real lawyers. When you submit your trademark application, it's a real lawyer that works for the federal government that's doing the background check and all of that on it. They're not just going to approve your trademark because you filed an application. They have real lawyers in place that's like researching it themselves to make sure this trademark pretty much is yours. Now, I mean, it's others intricacies, and I'm not a lawyer. I always tell people, especially when it comes to trademark and certain things about businesses, talk to a lawyer. But it's other things that can be in it too, because you can fight for it for other people, especially if you've been using it. But it costs. It costs. You want to do something like that, it costs. But just know when you doing something at trademark level, it is federal. So if you go to court, all that stuff is done through federal courts. It's at a federal level. You can also trademark something through the state, but just know. It's like if you trademark something here in Virginia and someone else in South Carolina is using that name and you have the state trademark, it's not going to be taken as serious because it's not a federal level. You only have that trademark in the state. So it's always, it will behoove you to get it federally trademarked. And the federal trademark, if you do it by yourself, it's not as much as if you go get a lawyer, of course, because you have to pay that lawyer to do it. But even if you do it yourself, it's very tedious. So you have to it's not as easy as you think it is. Yeah. I did a lot of research on the trademark, how to apply, and I listened to lawyers or whatever before I did it. And yeah, I got the trademark. But I would encourage anybody, knowing what I know now, I've been through lawsuits and stuff like that. Knowing what I know now about trademarks, please go get a trademark. Go get a trademark. Because when you have a trade, like I was telling you, and I told Paul too, it's just speaking on like in the basketball sense of the trademark, you can now franchise it. You own it. Yeah. You own it. That's yours. You can franchise it. You can start doing licensing deals and stuff like that. So it's just different avenues that you can go. If you sell it, You can still keep rights to the trademark if you want to, or you can have the trademark included, but it makes your business more appeasing too if you do decide to sell it, if you own the trademark to the name.
You know, I think that when and this kind of a little bit, it's on the same subject, but like how people get money from off of trademarking or whatever, it's a slogan or whatever the case is, like the Washington football team, like they was open looking for new names, and you seen all these people just putting trademarks in for these certain names, hoping that like that's the name that they want, so they can sell it to the franchise. So yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So
look at the issue Kanye is going through. It's like even with Nick Cannon when he had the issue with Wildin' Out, he never trademarked the name. So when MTV took it from him, and they went and trademarked the name too. So it's just like issues like that. Kim Kardashian with the whole Skims thing and all. It's just so many issues people go through, celebrities and everybody with without when you don't trademark something opposed to when you do. And there's different categories. It's just like certain trademarks can live out there because it's in a different category. So like Delta Faucets and Delta Airline, it's trademarked, but they can both coexist because one is an appliance or faucets company and the other one is an airline. They're two totally different things. So Dove soap and Dove ice cream. So it just depends. So I just encourage people who are interested in trademarks, do your due diligence, speak to a lawyer, and get your trademark. It's very important to get your trademark because you think, I wasn't thinking. When I first did my tournament, I wasn't thinking that I was going to do them continuously until I seen the impact that it had. And I was like, and I just got pushed out there. Every time I would say, I'm not doing this no more, I kept doing it. And I wanted to do it. So it was just like, and then one time something happened with another guy using it, especially right here in my same state that I knew. And I was like, gotta go get it. And so I had spoke to a couple different lawyers. They was like, you need to go get a trademark because they're not going to, you really can't go to court and they're not going to take you serious because you don't have a trademark.
Because you was telling me like some of the issues and problems that you had with it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was funny. That was crazy. So that kind of threw me in. But actually, it was kind of good because I got a chance to meet you. I got a chance to get to know who you are.
And I'm not mean, am I?
No, you're not. She's not mean. Because I heard stories, right? And she told me some stories. So, like, that's totally false.
I'm not mean.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a nice person. I just speak up.
So, so it's dope that, that the things that you're doing, you know what I'm saying, that you've been doing. Like, Brandon had hit me up, you know what I'm saying, on the book. I think it was on the book. Or he was like, yeah, man, she been doing that thing for a minute. I said, yeah, man. I had some conversations with her. Then we went down there to Richmond to go check out Paul and that league out there. She dope. She been doing her thing for a minute. But I kind of got the sense of when I first met you, you know what I'm saying, I gave you that phone call because I had her call you, you know what I'm saying, before everything blew up, you know what I'm saying? So, right, so. And
I don't like going to court. I hate court. And it's very expensive for both parties. So it's just like, if someone reaches out and send, regardless if they send a cease and desist or call you themselves and say, hey, they're doing that as a courtesy. They don't have to. They could just take you straight to court. So and ask the judge for money.
Paul said, yo, you better call him, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't said it like that, but just to get a little laugh out of it, man. But he has been encouraging me too. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody like, okay, I have ceased the gun violence, you know what I'm saying? You got to stop the violence. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think that we are on, well, you're definitely on it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just starting to feel affected because some of the things that happen in my community, you know what I'm saying? And the people that have passed away through gun violence. So that's why, I want to get out. I want to do something about it. And the best way I know how to do it because I'm a baller. And if you look at my resume, that's all I've been doing, you know what I'm saying? All my life is just doing, playing ball, doing something for the kids. When I first started, I did it with just, I started off with the adults, you know what I'm saying? But I was just naming them as I go, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't You know what I'm saying? Thinking about if I go back, I can trademark all those tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
If you wanted to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Cause I would just think of like in the moment what was going on. You know what I'm saying? How the vibe was in the Williamsburg area. You know what I'm saying? So and they always came out and showed me love. Thank you, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody came out and supported, even to this day. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that still walking with me, even though I'm walking in Christ, I want to thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So every time when I see y'all out there in tournaments, man, I see y'all. You know what I mean? So salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So come back to, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing. Like now, I want to, network with you. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to try to build something better. So I put a team in. So I put the early bird, so I got to pay my due. I got to pay. I got to make sure that I pay. So pay to play. So we going down to Newport News. We're going to try to bring one back. I heard they got some teams out there. So I don't know. Then Paul said he might bring a couple teams down from the R. So, we'll check that out. So if you want to elaborate a little bit more on what you do, or, you know what I'm saying, and how you came, how you came into, like,
how to do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So growing up as a kid, before I even decided to do the tournament or thought of it or whatever, as a kid, I grew up around a mother and a grandmother who were humanitarians, philanthropists, whatever you want to call it. My grandmother in Philly gave out free lunches, and she was captain of the block and would have block parties and stuff like that. Church woman. My mother, when we moved to Virginia, was the president of the neighborhood. We did Just Say No parades. We always had like all kind of stuff going on.
We had 4-H back in the day.
Yeah, we had the police athletically. Yeah. But my mother was very involved, and I would see her I would love to hear her stories when she would go out of town and come back and talk about what happened when she was the women in business or the business meetings and just what they were talking about, the plans for the future for the community. And I would just sit there like this, like I could soak it up all day, and I would just think to myself, I can't wait to do something like this.
Right.
But like I said, as a kid, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I would make my sisters and sit down and play office with me and stuff like that. So I always knew I wanted to do something like that. Growing up in the projects, in the neighborhoods that I grew up in, you hear so much violence, your friends and their friends, brothers or whatever, dying and all this other stuff, guys on the block beefing, I'm gonna see and all this other stuff. But when one day I was working out, I was at a Riverview Farm track, and I was walking, and across the street is a elementary school where some of the guys play basketball, and you can see them from the track. And they were just so happy. Or I would see them talking like, oh yeah, this weekend or Saturday or whatever, yo, we balling at the park, we balling at the court, who coming? And they were happy. And it was like a brotherhood. And so when I seen that, I was like, what can I do to like bring them, to make everybody happy and like make them happy again and stuff like that? Because I like seeing them.
And that's the feeling. Look, like, I don't know how you feel like, like after you having the function, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get this euphoric feeling like every time, like when it's over, like when we actually leaving, everybody's packing up to go, and I see the look on them kids, you know what I'm saying? And they just like, yo, win or lose, they happy. You know what I'm saying? And they got their parents out there, their friends out there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was my place of it. And a little bit more too. I can share it a little bit down the road, but yeah.
Yeah, so when I seen it, I was like, what can I do? And then my best ideas always come to me when I'm working out. So I said, the Stop the Violence basketball tournament. And so I went to high school at Minchfield, and Minchfield's across the street from the track. So it just so happened some of the people that I went to, the faculty and staff that was there at the school when I was there, was still working there. So I gave Coach Henderson, Greg Henderson, he was the athletic director at the time. I went over there, talked to him, was like, I got this idea for the community. I want to do this basketball tournament. Can you help me? And he was like, of course. And he's been with me since the very first beginning, since day one. Right. And I've been at Minchfield. I've used other high schools too, Heritage and Denby, but for the most part, we've been at Minchfield every year, rocking and whatever. And they've been with me, supporting it. And it's just growing. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So
yeah, that's dope, man. That's real dope. Yep, that's dope. So even like I think for myself, I think I've been inspired to do this. You know what I'm saying? To do these tournaments and you know what I'm saying, and to do what I do. Yeah. And you know what I mean, like even when I was in high school,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, I had a group of kids that I work with, you know what I'm saying, coming up behind me.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, so I'm trying to make it to where the point, like when I'm gone, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was their turn, and it was, you know what I'm saying. But and it stuck with me to now, like 2010,
Yeah.
when I really actually first started. But I started with the adults,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and then it was just like, okay, well, that was good. Both tournaments, that was good. What I'm gonna do next?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I started working with the kids, and that first one, I ain't had no support.
Yeah. Oh,
None.
Yeah.
None.
People normally, some people would come and help, then they dwindle off, but a lot of times people don't want to attach themselves to you until they see something. Until they see a bigger picture, or like they see you getting more recognition or something like that, and they want to. Some people are opportunists; they want to be a part of that, not for being genuine,
Facts.
but to be an opportunist to see what they get to be in the shine. Like, oh yeah, that's my man. I work with him. Whatever. Or to get connects that you got.
Yeah.
People just
it's always like a hidden agenda somewhere.
Yeah.
See, like they told me, like literally, like I have been told it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't do that. The devil is a liar.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and even to this into now, like just to see the growth of it, and I got some. I'm putting together like a old. A whole like a little mini doc series.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got footage of that. You know what I'm saying? So when in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's you gonna get that. Like I had that. Like you know what I'm saying? So, but I kept going, even though it was once a year. But that was therapeutic for me because and at the same time I was evolving too, trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to change my ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was I think. I ain't say what I think. I know that was the purpose that was put on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it took till and when I gave myself to Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was the ultimate change, and I really started seeing things just start flowing to me. But Sherrod and Bridget, those guys, like you know what I'm saying, they believed in me. You know what I'm saying? When nobody else did. You know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing.
Supreme Styles. You know what I'm saying? They believed in me when nobody else did. He was there from day one. So a lot of this stuff, I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's sort of kind of like a feeling like this is a part of me. This is a part of me. You know what I'm saying? This is me.
Led to do it.
Yeah, led to do it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and God, and a lot of people not gonna understand it. Like it's certain things I want, and I wanted like at first when I started doing my tournament, I would listen to everybody. You shouldn't do this. You should do it this way. You should do this. You should have this. And I would try everything, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, or the way they thought it was, or what I thought it was. And it's like I continue to do what I want to do, and people be like,
I never did that. I went against the grain. Whatever they say to do, I ain't listening to them. I know I had a vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I tried, and I was like, I'm not doing it. When I let go and just did my own thing, that's when it started working out. And I still have trials and tribulations with this thing that is like, but for the most part, it's just like I tell myself, God didn't give, even the people don't understand, or certain people don't understand why you're doing something a certain way. God didn't give them the vision.
Yeah.
He gave it to you.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Because what's for you is for you.
Yeah. So I just roll with it or whatever. But now, and then when you start creating a team, it's just like that's the best. That's when it really starts to grow. When you start building that team to help get this thing going,
right.
And they can see it and they believe in you, and now you're the leader and you're being pushed out there in the middle. It's just like it's sometimes I'm like, this thing is so crazy.
It feels unorthodox a little bit, like you know what I'm saying, like you stepping into this realm, and it's like they're giving you your flowers. It's like I never received them. I never cared too much for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I never looked for nobody to you get a good job, you know what I'm saying? Here, take this plaque, or here, get knock. I never look for that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you it's like a feeling you have that it's like something that the community needs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it from that point. Exactly, because I've been that kid. I've been that brother, you know what I'm saying? I've been in and out of juvies. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid.
Yeah.
Flunked out of flunked out of middle school. Came back to high school and killed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Couldn't even play my first year. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't even play my first year. I had to, for the first maybe 6 or 7 games, couldn't play. I maybe played like 2 games as a junior varsity. Got slammed right square up to varsity after that.
Wow.
Yeah, right after that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And I was like 40 points away from getting my 1,000. Didn't even matter to me. Is that, you know what I'm saying? Look, I got, you know what I'm saying, 3 repeats from that school. You know what I'm saying? And a McDonald's All-American nominee. Only 2 people in the district got it, and that was me and Marseille. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, I did that coming out the mud. It was like the lotus flower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Growing out of the mud. And that's dope, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care nothing about none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've asked to come and accept an award, and I was like, no. Can you come speak? I used to say no to everything. I still do for the most part. This is like, no, I just don't fit. And people be like, well, why they didn't give you an award? I do not care. I can care less about an award.
If somebody asked me to come and do like a speak or something like that, I do it because I want them to know, like, yo, I came out of the mud. You know what I'm saying? I want, because it's a kid out there right now that probably went through everything that I, or even a fraction of what I did coming up. He probably need to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm introverted, so it's like, well, I'll be like, nope. I don't want to come outside. The thing with the Paul Taylor thing, we went out there when he called me up to do that prayer. Did you see? He was like, what? You didn't tell me?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna ask me, but I said, no, you got it.
But it was just something came over me. It was like, shut up, put your head down and pray.
Yeah.
So it's just like when you being, I don't know. It's like when the things I pray and ask God for. It's just like you're going to be in a certain position to receive it, to get it, to have it come towards you or whatever. And so this leadership thing now, it's just like, so it's like these are some of the things you got to do. So you prayed for it. So go ahead and but the award thing, when people say you should have this award or you should have got that or they should have invited you, I don't care about that. I don't care about not having them because I don't.
Yeah, and that too. But I think that you definitely in your leadership role. You know what I'm saying? It's just embrace it.
I feel it more. I'm 42 and I've never been more confident as I am now. And I'm still working on my confidence. And I think that comes from like speaking up for myself and just self-love and all those things. But I've never felt more confident in my life than I have now. And I think now, and it's because of that, and now it's like I'm embracing that leadership. Before I was a little bit more timid and things like that. So it was just like, God was probably saying, you're not ready for it yet. Yeah. Now I just feel like I'm being pushed into it because it's like, you're ready.
Yeah. Ready. For sure. And that's using your discernment right there. You feel it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You using that's what you're using.
Yep. When he called, I was like, Paul, I didn't want to. He did not tell me I was going. Oh, I was so nervous. Yeah. And it was just something came and something was like, shut up, put your head down and pray. Just shut up, put your head down and pray. So I just did it or whatever. And
that was good. I mean, you did good. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I kind of get shaky. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I do prayers, you know what I'm saying? Or from with my family, they ask me to do a prayer. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes I kill it. Sometimes I bomb. You know what I'm saying? So I had my days when I bombed on things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that ain't stop me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So life gonna throw you some curveballs, man. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
And I had plenty of them. Plenty.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So it ain't, I ain't too, you know what I mean? I ain't surprised with a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's hard to surprise me. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? But I can expect the devil to do what he do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he good at what he do. Mm-hmm. So it's up to me to be preparing myself, you know what I'm saying, and get more strengthened in the word and be ready to combat what's coming to me. Yeah. Because it's going to be greater. You know what I'm saying? And the greater I get, you know what I'm saying, the more problems that's going to come. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I got to be ready for it.
I heard somebody say before, new levels, new devils.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, again, just tell the people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're looking for, I need 7 brothers, man. 7. I need 7 brothers to come get on the squad, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ballers.
Yeah, we need all the ballers, you know what I'm saying? I'm only carrying 7, I'm going to say 7 to 8 people on the squad. We going up there, man. And we going out to Paul Taylor joints out there in Midlothian.
Yeah, we're doing a collab with him for his championship.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about it. So I'm like, yo, I'm there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm there to support you. You know what I'm saying? To support you and him. So I need 7 to 8 brothers, man. Ballers, man. And you know who I'm talking about? Shawan, Let's see who out there. Throw him. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him on out there. But you know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna say no more, but we'll just try to collect that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So the young brother can ball too though. But yeah, we wanna try to do, you know what I'm saying, come out and do our thing too. So hopefully, we all can network, you know what I'm saying, and build this thing. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what it's about. Everything is not competition, especially when it's something for the community.
Yeah.
It definitely shouldn't be competition.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't come at me like, you know what I'm saying, like
Don't ever do a tournament.
yeah, exactly. You didn't say that. She never did that.
I said do it. Just
you know what I'm saying?
change the
Yeah,
name.
exactly. So, you know what I mean? And that's a prime example. That's the thing that we got to get away of. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the way of, because we also like to think like, oh, he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? We copying that person or whatever the case is, when it's not. It's called networking. It's called working together. Collaboration. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So, I just want to thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. And if you want to give them another shout out, you know what I'm saying, to, how to sign up or where to sign up.
The Stop the Violence basketball tournament this year is our 15th annual. The tournament date, the actual tournament date, is July 22nd and 23rd. The website, you can go online and sign up right now. Well, I don't know when this is coming out, but early bird pricing is over on February 20th. But you can still sign up after the early bird special. The price is more, but it's a 16 double elimination tournament and lasts for the whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It'll be in Newport News at Menchville High School. You can sign up on our website, www.stoptheviolenceball.com, if you want to sign up. And all our contact information is on our socials, as far as email and phone number, and website is across all of our socials. But if you want to sign up, that's how you can sign up online.
Word, that's dope. So, yeah, I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So,
this is good. Congratulations on your podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We working. No matter what, it's like anything that, like, I feel like, to any little thing that I feel like that can help. You know what I'm saying, us to raise money. You know what I'm saying, so we can do more. You know what I'm saying, more things that I have. I got like 5 of these books with all types of, you know what I'm saying, programs try to implement. And now what I'm finding out is just now I don't have to do it all by myself. There's other organizations that I can, you know what I'm saying, tap into, you know what I'm saying, and have some type of sponsorship with them. You know what I'm saying? So whenever, you know what I'm saying, so we can all work together. You know what I mean? So
but it's expansion though. So what you're doing is expansion. The podcast, the kids basketball program you got going on, the organization, because it's more to that. And I understand, like we talked earlier about people saying, well, how is a basketball tournament going to help stop the violence? We know it's not eradicating it. But you have to be it's little things like that we need in communities everywhere to help bring people together, the community, athletes, kids, grown-ups, whatever. It's called community cohesion, and you need that so people can see, okay, we can get along. We feel better when we do this. It's because there's so many things to lead to violence, especially idle hands. Idle hands, they used to say, what they say, idle hands is a devil workshop. So it's like you not doing nothing, then people going to get into more mischief. And so it's just like, it's community cohesion. So it brings people together to have a good time. Even if it's no violence for that weekend, you've done something. There is so many things that we have going on in the world that's the mission is to stop the violence and all kind of things that incorporate that. And we need all of it.
Hey, yo, I just want to share this with you. I'm glad you said that, because I was looking on. Let me get it to you real quick. It's called The Analyst of Firearm Violence During the COVID-19 Pandemic. And this is like, you know what I'm saying, a little touch on what you were saying, like, you know what I mean, and it's like, it gives like a percentage, you know what I'm saying. I'm just going to read a little something, you know what I'm saying. So it's like from March 2020 to February 2021, from March 1st to February 28th, 2021, it was 62,485 incidents. You know what I'm saying, dealing with gun violence. You know what I'm saying? 40,000 of them was non-fatal injuries, but 19,818 was deaths, and that's during the pandemic. And we ain't even talking about, you know what I'm saying, what the pandemic did, wreaked havoc on. You know what I'm saying, especially in our community. You know what I'm saying, and across the world, we're looking at like 500,000 deaths. You know what I'm saying, with the with the pandemic alone. This is just with the gunfire. So you know what I'm saying. So we trying to make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's not just, we know we can't save it through basketball, but it's issue there. You know what I'm saying.
And it's giving people. It's like when people see that, and when people see people, first of all, it's giving everybody something to do. Or whatever, and it's bringing them out, and they're happy.
There you
go. They're busy.
It's the energy.
They're busy doing something. They're watching something. And basketball, for me, I feel like it's kind of like universal. Kids, women, young, old, men, like anybody.
You know how you say, like, Kung Fu is life? That's what I feel like basketball is. Basketball is life because it brings off that type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so many people. Even when we was at the Paul Taylor thing, the guy that we were sitting there, he was telling us about his son.
Oh, yeah.
He was saying basketball saved my life. And how many people have I talked to that said that?
I said that. Basketball saved my life. You know
I played basketball coming up, rec ball, balling in high school, whatever. And it's just like, I've seen poor kids that didn't have things play basketball, and that was their escape. That was their happy place. I've seen kids that was other peer pressure to the streets. That was their happy. It's like taking them away out of that situation, so they don't have to turn to that negative or alternative. So why are you so negative about what is this doing? Because when people say that, I'll be like, well, I hope you have the answer then.
Exactly. Please give me the answer. I'll wait.
I hope you have the answer that will totally stop the violence. Even if it's not basketball, I've seen people organize bus trips to take kids in certain communities to, like, I think it was Kings Dominion or Rose Gardens or something. And somebody got up there and was like, how was that? And I was like, why do you want to destroy somebody's piece of mind? Like, why do you want to bring that down?
So we haven't did the big thing yet, you know what I'm saying? But we working on that, you know what I'm saying? We working on that, but we went, I take them to the movies, you know what I'm saying? We'll load them up, take them to the movies. We take them to basketball games, you know what I'm saying? So they can get understanding, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exposure. They need to get out of their environment, because that's, especially if it's something. One year I went out Aqueduct a couple years ago, maybe like 3 years ago, and it was like 4th of July or something. And I went out there at like 10 o'clock to pick somebody up or something. And it was kids outside. And I was like, why are these kids outside? And they was doing fireworks. And one of the kids was saying, it was like normal for them. And they was saying like, oh, I thought it sounded like gunshots, or they just shooting. But they said it so blatantly, like, and it's a normal thing. And it's like, kids need to get out of that. They need to see something different. So whenever somebody comes into the community, whether they used to live there, grew up in there, or it's police coming, or whoever coming, they trying to take kids out of that environment to show them a different environment. Don't question it. They need that. Or whatever. Kids need to see something else. They need to know that peace is possible. They need to know that they can be anything they want to be. Your circumstance right now is not what it is. You don't belong here. Like, you don't have to do this. This is not your life. That you're going to hear gunshots all your life. You're going to be poor all your life.
It's not.
A lifestyle is not okay. It's not normal. Let's not make gun violence or any type of violence, especially in the projects in the community, normal.
We can't make that normal.
So when anybody wants to do something good like that for the community, regardless if they're giving back clothes, shoes, taking the kids on trips, movies, take basketball tournaments, don't question that. Encourage it, promote it, support it, because
all you gotta do is like, or on Facebook, all you gotta do is like, share, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share. Well, it ain't too hard. Just your fingers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too hard to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's just somebody. Imagine nobody doing nothing.
And I say that too. What is it? Doing nothing costs nothing. You know what I'm saying? Doing nothing costs nothing. So you know what I mean. So I try to motivate as much as possible. Sometimes my motivation doesn't be televised. You know what I'm saying? I'm more. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to to be in your face with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how it's affecting them kids out there when I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I just ask God to protect me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Protect me, put that armor on, you know what I'm saying? And, and let things and be ready to roll. So I'm with all that, man. I just, you know what I mean? So I feel you, and that's coming from Ruqiyah Muhammad. That's coming for her. Yo, I'm telling you, she's dope, and please come out and support. It will be July the
22nd and 23rd.
22nd and the 23rd. Come out and support or get a team. You know what I'm saying? So
We got a couple more spots left. It's not that many. I think it's like 3 to 5 spots left.
So by the time this come out there, y'all ain't gonna see it. It's gonna be full out. But but I will promote, a little bit more on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook that much.
yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So but you got like the
I got the Stop the Violence page on.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So when I post it on Instagram,
I share it.
Connects to the Facebook.
So whenever I see it on Facebook, I just share it. You know what I'm saying? I just share it. So yeah, thank you for coming out. So again, I just want to just end this thing like, you know what I'm saying, on a good note. You know what I'm saying? We got to leave here with some positivity, you know what I'm saying, and good energy, you know what I'm saying? So Proverbs 3:5-6, you know what I'm saying? Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not onto your own understanding. You understand what I'm saying? So all praises, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High, Yahweh. So, and I love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. So, word. Shout out to D Wright Films. You know what I'm saying? So, VA for Safer Streets. You know what I'm saying? Them nigga Paul Taylor. So, continue to be encouraged. And peace.